Alright, Goon Squad, what it do, yo? It's your boy TGU, and I'm back with another special video for you. Excuse the fire. What is it? Smoke alarm. Excuse that in the background. This obviously is not my usual setup. I'm currently house sitting for my mom as she's on a business trip, so I'm sitting with the animals in here, just taking care of mine. But today, y'all, I got something that was recommended for me to watch for a while. Why doesn't Yeat say nigga? Why doesn't Yeat say nigga? I'm sorry. Alright. Why doesn't Yeat say nigga? So, this is off of Asher Jack's channel. Apparently this is the guy that, blew up the internet in terms of the controversial why doesn't Yeat say nigga video. And, I figure I'll go ahead and check it out and see what kind of crazy shit he's talking about. If he's coming out of his neck, we're going to have to come for his head. But if he's just on some factual spitting facts type shit, I'm going to be chill. So, as always, if y'all enjoy the content, let your boy know down in the comments below what you want to see next, as well as leave your boy a like if you are enjoying it. And let's get right to it.
What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. I'm just sitting here in front of a gas station about to get some gas, but I wanted to do a quick one more Yeat video for you guys. I know I got some new subscribers because of the couple Yeat videos, so I'm going to give you guys one more this week, and then I don't know if I'll do another one for a while. But I don't want to offend anybody here. I know it's kind of like... I think a lot of people pretend that it's a sensitive topic. But in actuality, to me it's not, and I think people put on a persona online and pretend like they get offended about things when they really don't. But here's what I want to talk about, and feel free.
Alright, so only about like 40 seconds in, and I already have something that, I agree with, actually. A lot of people online, they pretend to get overtly offended by things. Like, maybe you get slightly offended, you can kind of knock that off a little bit. But some people take it the extra mile. Like, they act like you're fucking threatening to kill their family or something. That type of offended. Like, they get real hurt when you say or do certain things online. Because it's something about the social pressure of going against the pack, right? Going against that pack mentality that this thing is wrong, so you have to disagree with this thing. Because if you don't, then you're going to get alienated. You're going to get canceled. All these internet terms. You're going to get this, that, and the third. I mean, I agree with that. Sometimes people can go kind of overboard, getting overly offended by things. But at the same time, I don't think... Let me let him finish first before I make this point. But let me let him finish real quick.
To chime in the comments, give me your thoughts on this. Why does Yeat... and other rappers, white rappers too, not just Yeat, but in this video specifically Yeat, why does he not say nigga in his rap songs? A lot of, like, if you listen to black rap music, every black rapper says it, right? So it's kind of a rap music thing.
Right there is a point I want to bring up too. A lot of black, especially black people, right? Obviously the black community, whatever else, they have their sort of a stigma, type of mentality or vibe they give off when a person of another race is saying their word, nigga, you know what I'm saying? When really it's all about the tone and context, right? It's all about the tone in which is being said and the context in which under is being said. So someone saying, yo, what's good, my nigga? What's poppin', my nigga? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, damn, you white person, you're saying nigga, you dare say nigga in my presence. I'm not going to do that, bro. I'm not going to be on that type of timing. But a lot of people will try to always have some some obligation to check a white person or a Caucasian, whatever you want to call them, right? A white person about their usage of the N-word in that regard, right? It's not like they're saying the hard ER. That's a straight cutoff for me. You saying that shit around me, and I might have to knock your head off. I'm being real. That shit's disrespectful. Flat out. It don't matter what kind of context or tone you're using at that point. That's no. But the nigga, Nigga. Gotta spell it out because sometimes people are like, "What's the difference? It's just the same. It's the same word, but just a different letter." No, 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 no. That is what recapturing that word has become. Because nigga stands for entirely different things than than that one, right? So, I definitely get that point though. That a lot of people feel like they get overly offended, and a lot of black artists in the rap game use nigga, and then just expect no other race of rapper to be saying the word, but they're constantly using it, bringing a lot of power to that word, right? Because they use it like it's an everyday word, an everyday vocabulary word. So hey.
But then you get these white rappers that come in and they avoid saying it in their music. But here's the thing: there's been multiple videos of proof of these famous white rappers saying it in their personal lives. Eminem has said it. Post Malone has said it. You can go Google the video. There was a old Snapchat video of Post Malone, and he was watching a show called Too Cute with his friend, and they're sitting there recording themselves. I think it was a Vine video, actually. That's how old it was. And he goes, "Yeah, we watched Too Cute, nigga." And like the media made such a big deal out of it at the time.
See, like, you can see how comfortable he's saying that word. He says it often. Right? This is an example of what he's talking about. In everyday life, like, who's checking these people in their homes and in their everyday lives? They're probably saying it all the time. Right? They probably listen to the same music as you. They probably follow the same artists, the same content creators, and everything else that say these words just like you do, just like how you follow them, right? They're not gonna not say these words in their own privacy because they're afraid that any black person will hear them say it and want to check them, right? So I know a lot of people were taking like a very emotional, just reactionary stance on what this guy's talking about. But if you really listen and just kind of mull it over in your mind and then interpret it and then actually make your stance after that, then you can really say, okay, he's either out of pocket or he's, spitting facts. And so far, he ain't saying shit that's making me go like, okay, whoa, buddy. Huh, whoa, buddy. You feel me? So, and this is his opinion too. You know what I'm saying? So like his opinion is that basically these white rappers, they should be allowed, or fuck allowance, they should be willing to, or feel free to say nigga in their songs, because plenty of other artists are saying that and they use it in their everyday life anyway. So what's stopping them? I would say this: what's stopping them is a respect thing. They respect the fact that there is historical value on this word, right? Historical prejudice against this, against people who this word was really created to separate and discriminate against. And so we've made it into a word that's more of a camaraderie type of thing, brotherhood, anything like that. Basically saying, if I'm saying this to you, you are of my people, right? And I feel like if we're all going to really unite, we gotta stop this oh, white people can't say this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's at this point, if it's not in malicious nature, if it's not malicious in intent, you can't really say, oh, why are you saying that? You just look dumb. I'm sorry, you look stupid. Anyways, keep going.
Back in like 2015. And I'm like, who gives a shit? It's a word. The more you put this gate around the word and act like only certain people can get inside this gate to say it, the more power you give to that word. And I don't know Yeat. I've never met Yeat. Maybe somebody watching this video has met him. Does he say this person life? I'm going to give you guys the honest, raw truth here. When I was growing up in my neighborhood where I'm from, in Jacksonville, Florida, I don't live there anymore, but I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. And when I was growing up, all my white friends said nigga. Every freaking one of them. What's up, nigga? How you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how you talk. That's how you talk.
And see, right there, I'm gonna say this, right? it's exactly the way that I was saying earlier. The context, the way he just said that is how literally any black person on an everyday basis would say nigga when they're seeing their friends, when they're seeing their loved ones, when they're seeing their family, and they're like, yo, what's good, nigga? Yeah, what's good, my baby? What's good, bro? Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? It's no disrespect. There's no malicious energy around that. It's just simply a greeting from one brother to another, from one. I don't think you would call any females in your life nigga, but I mean, if that happens to be what you do, then for sure that's what you do. But nonetheless, that's exactly what I was talking about before. But one thing he did say that I don't necessarily agree with is that it's just a word. It's not just a word. It's not like saying bye or goodbye or fucking hi or any, like, those are just words. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the meaning behind them is just, oh, it's a greeting. It's a farewell. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of the word nigga, it has historical implications behind it, derived from another word, which obviously is a no-no. It means completely a different thing entirely from nigga, right? So I want that to be kind of understood. It's not just a word, but it's okay to say it under the context of which I was talking about before earlier. But nonetheless, let's keep it going. We got like 5 minutes left. Wait, I can't count. About 3 minutes left.
It is what it is. So, and I know a lot of these white rappers, like I said, Eminem said it, Post Malone said it, Stitches. I don't know if any of you guys know who Stitches is, but he had that Brick in Your Face song back in 2014, fire song. He says nigga all the time. And a lot of people got mad about it, but he just kept doing it. He didn't give a fuck, you know what I mean? 6ix9ine, he's not black. He says it all the time. Fat Joe, he says it, and people get mad at him for saying it, but he still says it. So here's my question, is like, and I'm not saying Yeat specifically.
I mean, this is the thing about Fat Joe now, all right? Fat Joe is an OG, all right? We not about to act like Fat Joe ain't an OG. He been running the game. Fat Joe been running the game. Eminem been running the game. So I feel like, if anything, they've gotten a pass just because they are who they are. But that's the thing, right? It shouldn't be on that level, like, oh, we're allowing them to have this pass because they're on the level they are, or we feel this type of way about them. No, it's literally just what you're hearing. Are you hearing it in a malicious tone, context, etc., etc.? Is it meant to disrespect and or degrade you? If so, beat their ass. Hey, that's simple as that. But otherwise, it should be okay, man, honestly.
But are most white rappers scared to say it because they don't want to face backlash if they do? Because look, Nav, the Indian rapper, he used to say it too, and then he stopped saying it because a few people made a media article about it, got mad at him. I say, if you want to say it, say it. It's nigga, it's nothing. It means nothing. It's nigga, it's just a word. Who gives a shit? I mean, if you say it, and you have a black friend and he gets upset about it, then you guys can have a discussion and you can just tell him, look, I just say it doesn't mean anything racist to me personally, so I'm just saying it because I don't care. It's just a word to me. And if he doesn't want you to still say it, then you got to decide, do I still want to be friends with this guy, or do I want to just not say it around him? And then you make that choice. But I remember Stitches had a song called, the name of the song was called Fuck Nigga. And I've seen way too many fuck niggas. It's such a fire song. Look it up. There's a video for it.
Now, I'm saying what I'm saying, but obviously not every black person is going to have the sight or stance that I see or have. You know what I'm saying? A lot are just like, no, don't say that at all. You're not allowed to say that. That's just no, right? And while I disagree with them, that's their opinion. That's how they run their rule set on that word and how they allow people to say it and don't around them. And just like he just said, I mean, you could either choose to. I wouldn't be as extreme to be like, okay, I can't be friends with you, because at that point, it's just like, okay, you. So if they have any sort of personal, like, this is something that bothers me, please don't do this. You just don't respect that, and you just care to just do whatever the fuck you want. At that point, you're being disrespectful, because at that point that means you can't respect the fact that they just want you to not say that particular word around them. We understand it's just a word, but at the same time, it also can still be considered somewhat disrespectful, right? And I understand we was talking about before, like Indian rappers, Hispanic rappers, they say that shit all the time, and we give them a pass, and we barely check them about it. And it's something about specifically white Caucasian, people and rappers and whatnot that they have this like stigma against. They have this like, oh, you definitely can't say that, and I don't agree with that. I think if you're gonna have a stance about a word, you need to have it for everyone, right? So it has to go down the line from black people all the way down to white people. Not saying that white people are like the bottom of a totem pole or anything. Don't take that out of context. But it's just that is what I feel like. It has to be consistent. That's why I like to live under the consistent rule set that it has to come with your judgment of whether someone's saying it in a mean way or not. It comes from the tone in which they're saying it and the context under the which they're saying it. So if someone comes up to me and they're like, "Yo, what's up, my nigga? Yeah, what's good, bro?" I'm not about to sit here and be like, "Nigga, what you say to me? Why you say nigga, man?" I ain't about to do that, bro. I'm really not about to do that. It's a waste of my time, energy, and life, and it's also just it makes me look stupid. It makes me look like I'm almost childish. You know what I'm saying? It almost makes me look like I'm a sheep because I'm following a social stigma that is really outgrown itself now at this point. It's outdone. Um, but I definitely understand where he's coming from, though. I don't necessarily agree again with him saying like, "Oh, if I can't say it around him, I'm just not going to be friends with him." Like, don't do that. Don't just unfriend somebody because they're not allowing you to say a word around them. But maybe have that discussion, like he said. Talk about it. If he just doesn't want you to say it around him, hopefully you don't take the extreme route of not being friends with them no more. But maybe you can come to respect that person's want to not have that word being said around them. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going though.
And there's a line there where he goes, "They told me stop saying nigga, you is a dumb nigga." Like basically saying like how the media's like, why is this white guy saying nigga? And he's like, fuck you, I'm gonna say it. You know what I mean? So, like I said, if Yeat doesn't want to say it, then I totally respect that. I got no issue with that. But if he does say it around his boys, and then he avoids purposely using the word in his music, because I said in my Yeat video, I said that black people don't listen to Yeat. And what I meant was hood street guys. And a lot of people got upset about that. But here's my question. If he did say nigga, do you think the hood would fuck with him more? Because they're like, oh, he relates to us. He talks like us. Because I feel like when white rappers avoid saying it, that's why a lot of black people can't relate to the music. Like if they heard like nigga and you were just talking normal, I think more hood.
Okay, so that's a good point that he just made. And I figured that that's a good way to introduce this element because that has happened a lot in the past. That's why a lot of white rappers like NF, MGK for a while, Token, another white rapper, up and coming. These type of guys, these rappers, especially in these like hood street guys listening playlists, they would not be found. And you would ask them why. And I have family who were in that element, in that street life, that hood life. I have friends who are in that street life, that hood life, and I asked them too. I'm like, yo, why you don't fuck with NF? I'm a big NF person. I'm a big NF fan. I liked MGK for a while. I'm not really on him like that no more. But I asked them all the time, like, yo, why don't you fuck with this guy? Why don't you fuck with that guy? He's spitting some real shit. And they're like, oh, I find him corny. Oh, I can't relate to him, so it's just like whatever. I mean, he's just spitting facts or he's just spitting rhymes and shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't see the relatability in it, and I don't think it comes down to just saying a word so they can relate to it. But I think it's the subject matter which they're talking about, and yeah, I know for a fact, I know NF doesn't curse in his music, so that's another thing that people probably don't relate to too much. But off of the fact of NF. And I don't really listen to too much Yeat, so I can't say too much about, Yeat says this and that in his songs, so maybe if he says nigga, they can relate or whatever else. I think that's a really bullshit take. I don't think him saying nigga is going to make them relate to him more. I don't think that brings them in more to him saying nigga. I don't think that's something that happens. But, what I will say is that it's definitely a strong point because, like I said, and it's anecdotal evidence. I understand, but at the same time, it holds weight in this particular stance because it's happening. Like there's cases of that happening. There's cases that you can pull from, and I can tell you, hey, listen, this person has said this person was corny and they couldn't relate to him. I wonder why, because they weren't talking about what they are going through, and they don't use the same language that they use, so they don't really click in like they would with like a NBA young boy or a fucking young Dirk or little Dirk or whatever the fuck his name is. Young Dolph, my bad, young Dolph, little Dirk. You know what I'm saying? All these different hood street rappers, all these different guys. What's a Block Boy? Just any of these guys, man. But I think we got a little bit left to go.
Dude, top would mess with it, and then white guys would too, because they're straight to the boys. When I was in college, all the white dudes were straight into each other, and they're white guys, what's up, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Nobody gave a fuck.
Why does he keep
I don't see any white YouTubers saying that, like Bob Lamb, shout out to Bob Lamb. I never heard him say it. Does he say it in his personal life? You'd have to ask him that. I'd be willing to bet that he does, or around certain people. A lot of white people, they'll only say it around people that are comfortable saying around, like, when you're drunk, like, what's up, my nigga, bro? I've seen it a lot, you know what I mean? Like, only certain people they say it around. So, because they're trying to gauge, is this person going to be cool with me saying it? Even though they say it, but they're just gauging the reaction. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Yeat says it in his personal life? Should he say it in rap songs if he does use the word in his personal life? Are we giving too much power to that word? Should we just say nigga and not care about the ramifications? It's just a freaking word. You know what I mean?
All right, so that's gonna end it for his video. His closing thoughts, basically, like, it's just a word. Who fucking cares, right? Just to recap of what my feelings are, I feel like it's not just a word. It has historical ramifications about it. That if you aren't careful, you can offend somebody and you can get your ass knocked out. I also just believe that it's time to just hang the boots up in terms of being super offended by it being used by a white person. It's done. That's overcooked. The only time you should really feel offended is if they're using it in a disrespectful way, or if somehow it slips up and they use that hard ER. Then you beat their ass, because at that point they need to get their ass whooped. But yeah, y'all, that's gonna do it for me. Hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments down below what you want to see next, and as well as show me some love. Tell me what you think about the discussion here about Yeat and just any white rappers in general using the N-word in their music. And yeah, if y'all like some more discussion type videos like this, let me know it in the comments down below as well. And if you are new and haven't already, come join the Goon Squad today and join the Discord server. I'm going to go ahead and link it in the description down below. But yeah, man, it's been your boy TGU, and I'm out this bitch.
So